Yes. So in the previous class, we have seen this interactive reports, correct? Interactive report. This one? Yeah, I've clicked. So now today class we will see the control break statements. So there are 4 types of control break statements are there. The first control break statement is at first. Second one at first, at last, at new is the second one. At end of is the third one, and at last is the fourth one. There are 4 control break statements are there. So now apart from this, there is one more change. One more statement is called on change off. On change off. This is another statement. What is the use of this control break statements is, if you are writing a report, if you are processing the right statement inside the loop, then what you can do, you can put the totals, you can put the subtotals, you can put the headings, and so on. On change of almost work as similar as that of the at new. On change and at new both are almost equal, but on change of is not a control break statement.
Excuse me, sir.
So now let us see what is the use of this syntax in the program.
Excuse me, sir.
I am going to create a program.
Sir? Sir? Sir?
Control break.
Sir?
Use. What is the use of this control break? How to use these statements in your program? Now here what I will do, I will say data I tab type table of some table. Maybe I will take VBRK table. VBRK table is a table which stores billing document header. This is called billing document header. That means whenever, say for example, you go to a shop, you purchase some products, then they will generate a bill, correct? So the bill related details will be stored in VBRK table and VBRP table. Now let me take this VBRP table. Okay. And now I will give the Veblen as input. So now I will declare one internal table type VBRP and one work area type VBRP. Now I will declare one select options VBELN for area VBELN. Now I will say START, start of selection.
Sir?
See, actually the thing is, from here onwards, I will write events, probably whatever the events are applicable. But when you are doing the coding in your office, say for example, once you get the job, you are doing coding in your office. Now what you need to practice is write all the events. Try to write all the events and put the coding in all the events. Because when the review is done, this is one of the part, like your TL, your team lead will go through it and check whether you have written the events or not. And some event is not applicable, you just say the event is not applicable, you write a comment. So here you need to put, this is called a comment. So you say this event is not applicable because this is not required. So that is practiced. Okay. So now here I am not writing at selection screen and all because I don't want to validate the fields. I assume that you are giving a proper value, but in real time what will happen? You need to write at selection screen everything. Fine. So now what I'm saying, perform, I'll say write, first I'll say get data. Which one? Yeah, Javed is online. Yes. He's calling? Yeah, check it. He's unable to connect.
No. I think you have to make him organizer so that he can record. That's why he is connected.
Sir? Sir?
Yeah. Shall I make him organizer?
He's already organized.
He's an organizer already.
Sir, I'm unable to see the screen, sir.
Oh, you are unable to see the screen. Fine. One moment.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Now you are able to see the screen, right?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, fine. So I'll
what
try
are we
to
doing?
start. I'll try to explain once again. See, there are 4 kinds of events are there. At first, at new, at end of,
Okay,
and at
sir.
last. These are called control break events. Apart from this, there is another thing is called on change off, which also acts similar as that of at new. These four are called control break.
These four are called as what, sir?
Control break.
Control break statements. Okay, sir.
Okay, so these are called control break statements. But on change of also behaves like a control break statement, but this is not, on change of is not a control break statement. This is separate. Now for to check how these statements we need to use, I am creating a program. Okay, so in the program what I have done, I have declared one internal table which is like SAP standard table VBRP, and I have declared one work area which is like SAP standard table VBRP, and one select options for billing document number. If you go to the VBRP table has a Veblen. So for this Veblen, I am declaring one, what is that called, select option. And what I am saying is, here I am not writing at selection screen event, but when you are practicing it in your organization, you keep mentioning all the events. Okay, Javed. So now let us go to the next one, start of selection. In the start of selection, I will say perform get data.
That is like writing event name is like good habit, sir.
Yeah. Writing event name is a good habit, even though if it applies or not.
Okay,
So now
sir.
what I'm doing, and writing the perform good habit.
We have discussed
the report. What we have done in the classical and interactive reports. I have not done this perform statements. I have not written these perform statements. Okay, but everything better you write in a perform. Okay, and inside that you put the block of code. Whatever we have written in under the start of selection event, declare perform, write the code inside the perform. That is a good practice. Okay. So now here I am getting the data now. So here I will say data. I will say select statement. Select star, but in your real time don't use star. Whatever the fields required, only that particular fields you need to use. Okay. Select star from VBRP into table iTab, where VBELN in S underscore VBELN. Okay, fine. So now I have done this. Now in the next line, perform get data, I got the data. After that I will say perform write data or write output. You can give any name. In the write output, what I will say, loop at iTab into work area end loop. Here I will say write work area hyphen VBELN work area hyphen say MATMNR material number work area hyphen NETWR. This is the price. NETWR. So from where I am getting this material, from where I am getting this price, these are there in the table. If you go to this VBRP table, MATNR will be there. See, NETWR is there here, NETWR. Okay. Similarly, NETWR means price. Material number, yeah, this is material number. Okay. So this table has this field, so that's why I have given some fields which are having this work area. This work area is having which structure? VBRP structure. So I have given some fields of that particular structure. Now I'll save it, check it, activate, and I'll give the billing document number. Now I'll go to the table to check the billing document number. Say for example, I want the input from here to 188. This is the ending point. So now what happening? So I am getting a billing document number. See, this billing document number repeats because this is item table. One billing document number will repeat. Similarly, materials are there, and similarly you can also see this is a price. Okay. So now I want a heading for this report. So yeah, top of page is one way we have seen. Now inside the loop processing, if you want to do any action only one time, you can do like this. At first, put at first. We have seen 4 events, right? 4 control break events. I am using at first, the first one. At first will have end at the concluding statement. Loop has end loop, correct? Similarly, at first will have end at. Inside this, you say write if you want to do something, you can do here. Report for billing details. Okay, so you can write something. Now, say for example, this internal table has some 20 records, 30 records or 100 records. Whatever may be the number of records the internal table has, that means this loop, how many times it should run. But this will, whatever you write inside this at first, it will trigger only one time. That too at the beginning. When the cursor comes for the first time, the cursor will go to the at first. So now I will show it to you. Okay, so this is coming only once. If you don't give this at first and end at, what will happen? It will repeat. This write statement will repeat every time. So every line, for every line, this is the billing document number, so on and so forth, it will come. See, okay. So that is the use of at first statement. If you want to do inside the loop for the first time when the cursor is coming, so that you can do.
Sir, how can you get all the fields over here, sir?
Which fields?
These fields, WebLAN and means a VBRP table has so many fields. I need all the fields in that. Can we write?
Here. Select star, no? You need to write it. Better you write it. Otherwise, see, if your work area having so many fields, correct? Each field has its own data type. One field may be character, another field may be integer, another field may be numeric. Assume that your work area has a fields with the same data type. Then simply you can say write WA, full stop. It will write all the fields. But it should have, your work area should have fields with only one data type, which is not possible every time. Okay, so they better to write field by field. That's it.
Required field only we are
Yeah.
writing.
So, sir.
On all the fields we need to mention that one
Yeah,
period.
yeah. You need to mention. Yeah, Javed. Tell me.
Sir, can we write this at first control break statement after the write statement, sir?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
After the write.
You can write. Inside the loop, anywhere you can write. At first statement ended, you can write after the write statement also. Not a problem. That at the time what will happen? Your first record will be written. After that, this one will be written. Afterward, all remaining records will be written. Getting it? If I put here, what will happen? Cursor will first see this statement, correct? It will write the first record.
Yes.
Then it will write this report for billing document. Then it will come here, it will write the second record. Now this time cursor will not go inside this because this is not the first time, this is the second time. So that is how. Which one? Yeah. Something like that, correct. Fine. Now at first is over. Now you have seen the use of the at first, and now the second one.
What happens if you give outside the loop?
It won't work.
It won't work. Huh?
All control break statements you need to give inside the loop. So this is one of the important thing. If I give outside the loop, I'll check. It will say I don't know what is at first. Which one? Do and do no. Oh, yeah. Control break statements will be followed only inside the loop. And one more statement is there, see, on change off. On change off, you can give it in do and do, while and while. Outside the loop as well as inside the loop. But these 4 control break statements, you must provide it within the loop. Okay, so then the next one.
Sir, this on change off, what is this, sir?
Which one, Jawad?
What is on change off, sir? It is not control break statement, sir.
On change off is not a control break statement.
What is it, sir?
Hello, Jawad?
What is it, sir?
It is not a control break statement, but it's a syntax which almost works similar to that of at new, which is a control break. Okay, these 4 are generally called control break statements. On change of not come into the group of control break statement, but it will almost act as similar as that of at new statement. So now let us,
okay, sir. So what is the use of this control break statement, sir?
See, in the control break statements, that's what the use only. I'm just telling you programmatically now what you can do using these control break statements. So by using at first, if you want to do something inside the loop for only first time, you can do it. If you are running a loop, inside the loop, if you want to do something only once, not only this write statement, if you want to do any coding that need to be triggered only once, that kind of thing you can put in at first and end it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so similarly, there is something called at last. What is the use of at last?
Just like giving footer.
So for the footer, correct? So this is like a heading. This thing is something like a heading, which will trigger for the first time when the loop processing. This at last will trigger at the last time when the loop is processing. When the last record also written, in this case, when the last record also written, then this at last will trigger. So now, here I will not write code now, I will write code later, okay, because I want to put the grand total here.
Yes.
See, if I execute this report, I'm printing the price already at work. All prices are there, 5,500, 8,500. Here at last, I want to put the grand total. That's what my, okay. So how to put the grand total? I will declare a variable first to make the total. So data TOT total type. So which type shall I take?
Integer. And this is currency.
currency. So for which field you are making a total? Which field you are going to make the total? Network, correct? So go to the database table and see what is the data type and length, or what is the data element for that. For network, see, for network this is the data element. Okay, otherwise you say VBRP hyphen network. Data total type VBRP hyphen NETWR. So automatically what will happen? The currency characteristics will be applicable for the total. Now what I will do? So here I will say total is equal to total plus work area NETWR. Now what will happen if I do this? Whenever the loop is processing, work area network has some currency, some amount. That amount initially, say when the loop is coming for the first time, total is equal to 0. So now here total is 0. So now here total is 0. So when the loop is coming for the first time, whatever there in the work area, that will be added to the 0. So 0 plus, say some, for example, some 5 rupees is there. 0 plus 5 is 5. Now 5 will be there in the total. When the loop is coming for the second time, 5 plus what is there in the work area. Like that it will accumulate. At the end what I will do? I will say write total comma TOT. Okay, so maybe I can give some color some 4. So now if you observe this, at the last total will come. So total is coming. It is coming here. If you want to put it here, what to do?
So we have to give the space.
Yeah, give the number. So give here some 30. Let us see. I don't know whether it will fit or not. Okay, how many? One more character I need to make. Fine. So this is how you can make use of at last control break event.
Sir, if you have to use currency, then along with that the type of currency we have to use, sir. Means INR, the dollars.
Fine. That we'll see later. It's not required right now. Okay. Actually, whenever you are printing the currency format here, work area network, then you will say, hey, this is currency of dollar. This is printing only the number, right? So you want whether it is US dollars, if you want it is a Indian rupees, whatever, you will write here itself along with the right statement. Actually, that is a preferred way. But now our concentration is making the total, so that's why I have not taken that. Okay, so now this is one thing. Now the next one is at new. At new. What is this at new? At new should have some field. So I will give at new Veblen, VBELN. What is this at new Veblen? See, if I give this, my internal table has these many records, correct? When the loop is coming for the first time, what is the Veblen number? 763. When the loop is coming for the second time, what is the Veblen? Again 763. So now what it will do, it will compare the current Veblen with the previous Veblen. If it is a new Veblen, cursor will go inside. If it is the same Veblen, cursor will not go inside. So now see, again I will come, see if the loop is processed for the first time. When the first time loop is processed, it is a new Veblen, new billing document number. So your cursor will go inside the code which you have written between at new Veblen and at. Second time cursor will come, work area will come up with this record. So now it will compare this Veblen with this, whether it is a new, not new. So cursor will not go inside at new Veblen and at third time, not new, same. But fourth time, it again go inside whatever you write inside at new Veblen and end it. Okay, fifth time again it will go. Sixth time it won't go. Like that it will execute. Okay. So now I'll say here WRIT write new VBELN. Color some 3. So whenever Veblen number changes before, it will give this heading. See, new Veblen, here it was giving. Out that 3 for 3 steps it was not giving anything. Again, whenever Veblen is changing, just before that this was triggering. Correct? So now next one is at before at last I need to write at end of. What is this at end of? At end of also required some field. So I will say at end of Veblen only, VBELN. Now what I can say is this billing document number has 3 different materials. Yeah, after this Veblen, it will trigger. So now what I want to do, I want to make the total for a particular billing document number. I want to make the total currency for one billing document number. I want what is the total currency. We have already done the grand total. For all billing document numbers, we have done. This is a grand total. Now what I want for each billing document number. But each billing document can repeat sometimes, correct? So now what I will do, I will go here, I will say subtotal I want, correct? I will declare one more variable, sub type VBRP-VBELN, network, correct? NETWR. Here I will come, what I will say, subtotal is equal to subtotal plus work area hyphen NETWR. Okay, so here then tell me what is the difference between the grand total and subtotal? For all. Okay, subtotal means for each billing document number. Whenever a new billing document appears, I will clear the previous subtotal. Clear sub. Correct. Previous subtotal I don't want. Whenever some new billing document number comes, I will clear the content which is there in this subtotal. And at end of Veblen, I will say,
Right, sir.
yeah, right. Subtotal, say some color 2 or 1, whatever, 31 sub. In step 4, give sub and execute. Okay, so if you observe this 5500 is of only one, so it is giving 5500. After this 8, 9, 9, 5, it's summing up all this and giving 32,000 around, and so on. For see, if you observe this again, 32,000 and so on. This is how, this is the use of control break events. So please make a note some important points. Control break statements will be used inside the loop and end loop, that you know, correct? Second important point is control break statement should be used, otherwise you say at new will be used, only when the field is the first field of your internal table. Only when the field is the first field of your internal table. So what I meant to say is, see here I am getting so many Veblen's materials and so on. Now I am getting subtotal billing document number wise. Now I want a subtotal material wise. See, M01 repeats here, M01 repeats here, maybe M01 repeats somewhere else. L-0F repeats so many times. I want material wise total. What to do? At the time, what your expectation is, you can say at new MATNR, you will say, but that won't lead to a correct result. Don't use like that. Why? At control break statement will only work whenever you are, that should be the internal table first field. If you see the VVRP table, internal table first field is this one. Leave out the MNDT. MNDT, however, it's only for clients.
It must be a primary key.
It should not be a primary key. That's what. You create one more structure where material number is the first field, transfer the data of this internal table to that internal table, then do it. It will work. Okay? So, but for on change, you can give, instead of at new, you can give on change of Veblen, on change of material number, you can give. Okay? Fine. So that is the use of on change. On change of almost acts like a at new only. It can be used within the loop and outside the loop. On change of can be used within the do and while also. And one more important point. Whenever you are saying at new Veblen, what is this exact significance of the Veblen? The new work area Veblen, correct? So no need to give work area hyphen Veblen. No need to give like this. Whenever you give a control break statement, no need to give the work area hyphen something. Field name is enough. System automatically understood that it's a field which belongs to the work area. Whereas for on change of, you need to give work area hyphen field name. Because it is already defined that control breaks are within the loop. But on change, you need to specify it. Maybe it can be outside, maybe it can be inside. You need to specify fully work area hyphen field name or this structure, something. Fully you need to specify it. And one more thing. Can I say at new Veblen MATNR multiple fields? Multiple fields will not be supported with at new, but on change of will support multiple fields. Okay? So that means whenever the billing document number is new, whenever the material number is also new, at the same time, cursor will come here.
Otherwise it will not come.
Otherwise it won't come. One of that is new, then cursor will come. Okay. If both are same, Veblen and material both are same for the second iteration, it won't come inside. On change of Veblen, say for example, I have Veblen number 10, material 10. Veblen 10, material 10 again repeats, cursor will not come inside. Veblen 10 material 20 or Veblen 20 material 10 comes in the next time, cursor will come inside. Okay. So multiple specification is not possible with new, but multiple specification is possible with one. So these are the very important differences. You will get questions in your interview. Okay. Fine. So this is about your control break statements.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah, tell.
So like how is this addition in the total executing, sir? I didn't get that. Actually, first the total will be assigned.
Total, this one?
Yeah, sir. First the total will be assigned to 0, right?
Okay, fine. So let us see how the total is happening. I'll put a breakpoint. I'll give the billing document numbers. Debugger is going on. So now the total, how much is there in the total? 0, correct? Now the loop is going up. So how many records are there in the internal table? I tab 23 records are there. So when I am saying loop at I tab into the work area, first record will be filled up in my work area, correct? So what is the first record of my internal table? So this is my first record. If you observe, first record Veblen is 763. First record NETWR will be there somewhere, you check it up. Yeah, first record NETWR is 0 and material number is this one. Okay. So these fields are coming up for the first time. Correct, Javed?
Yeah, sir.
So now for the first time, what is the network? 0. For the second time?
Yes. 0.
Third time? 0. Fourth time? 5500. Fifth time? 8150. Like that. Correct? So now when the loop is coming for the first time, your work area hyphen network will be 0. This one is 0 because in the internal table it was there. 0 is there.
Yes.
Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
So now I'll show you the total is 0, work area network is also 0. Now I'm coming here to the at new Veblen. So I'm doing something here, I'm writing something, clearing the subtotal. Now here what I'm doing, I'm writing the record, work area network is 0. Now after this, what is there in work area network? 0 is there. Work area, what is there in total? 0. So total plus work area network. If you combine these two, how much? Again 0. Correct?
0.
So that 0 will be given to this. Okay. So now the cursor is coming second time. Second time also total is 0. Work area network is 0. So the total plus work area network both becomes 0 and given to total once again. Third time also both are 0. Now fourth time. See now fourth time what happening? What is the network value? 5500.
5500.
5500 will be added to
Total.
0. Correct? What is there in total? 0. 5500 is added to 0 and that will be the result will be given to the total.
Yes, sir.
So how much will come into the total after this step?
5500.
So see 5500 came into the total. When it is coming for the next time, 8150 is the next record value, but already total has previous value 5500. Now 5500 plus 8150, how much? Around 13,650. Correct?
Yes, sir.
13,650 will be given to this total again. So now total is 13,650. Now when it comes for the next time, what will happen? Again network is 9,940. So that will be added up with 13,650. And the total will be given to
Yes,
this
I got
again.
it.
Like that, all the records will be processed, and finally you will get the total. Okay.
Okay, sir, got it.
Got it? Okay. Now, similarly, I am doing the subtotal also, but what I am doing, I am clearing the subtotal whenever the web learning,
Before a new web.
so that you can get only the subtotal.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So this is about your control break. I want to tell you few more sample examples. Some.
Can be used in very
Yeah, you can use. You can use.
instead of so that
Instead of, yes.
so that's also a loop.
But on change of you can use. Yeah, within the loop also you can use.
No, sir. It change and for that there will be an end.
End on. End on. On change of end on will be there. Not end it. End on. So now the next program is few more syntaxes for internal table. Now the next example. I don't want to use these control breaks. Okay. I am removing these control breaks. So now I want to make the total. Okay. There is one more way of making a total. So now let us see what is that one more way of making a total. Now declare one more internal table. I tab 1 type table of VBRP. Same structure, declare one more internal table. And you can also declare one more work area. Work area 1 type VBRP. So declare one more internal table and one more work area. Now come here. Come here. Now what I will do here, I don't want to write this. I will say here work area 1 hyphen VBELN is equal to work area hyphen VBELN. Okay. Work area 1 hyphen NETWR is equal to work area hyphen NETWR. After this, I will say append work area 1 to I tab 1. Now what will happen if I do like this?
So whatever in the work area 1 will be uploaded to internal table 1.
Internal table 1, correct. So after this, I will say loop at I tab 1 into work area 1, right? Work area 1 hyphen VBELN comma work area 1 hyphen NETWR. This is very simple program, correct? So what I am doing is I'm looping, say my first internal table from where we'll get record into this, from the select query. Maybe some 10 records or 20 records came in to this internal table. Then what I'm doing, I'm putting that internal table into the work area. Only I'm taking the billing document number and price. I'm putting into the second work area. I'm appending into the another internal table. what I'm appending into the another internal table? Only billing document number and price, not all other fields. Then what I'm doing, I'm looping and I'm trying to write. So what is the output of this? You know, only two fields will be written. That you know.
So if you want to move all the fields, what you need to do?
You can say work area 1 is equal to work area. Or you can say this one. If you want to move all the fields, you say move work area to work area 1. This is okay. Okay? Which one? You want to append some bunch of lines in one internal table to another internal table? Okay, I'll tell you. So if you see this is the syntax to put the work area content to another work area. Okay, remember it. Otherwise, if you want to make a note, note it. Okay, if this work area has different structure and this work area has a different structure, but some fields are matching. Assume. Okay, so then what you can say, move corresponding. So generally move corresponding, if you use, program performance will reduce. So the suggested way is
Yes, sir.
map it. If these two have some common fields, take those common fields manually and map it. Like work area hyphen matner is equal to work area 1 hyphen matner. Like that you write it. But this is also another way. Move corresponding also works. But this will have consume a little bit more memory. Okay.
Similarly, we can do for internal tables also.
Move corresponding is not possible for internal tables. Yeah, say for example, iTab has some 10 records. The 10 records I want to put it into the iTab 1. Then what I need to do, the syntax is, here I can write append lines of iTab to iTab 1. This is the syntax. So iTab has some 10 records. The 10 records will be appended to the iTab 1. That means iTab 1 already has some 5 records. After the 5 records, these 10 records will be given. Append means always bottom, put in the bottom.
So if you write this statement, we can ignore this statement. Also. Append.
Yeah, we can ignore.
Append work area.
But this will append all the fields.
All the fields.
And this iTab structure and iTab 1 structure should be same. If it differs, this statement will not work. It will go for a dump. And you can also say from 1 to 10. Okay, so what it mean is, in iTab first 10 records, take it and put it in iTab 1. Okay, from 1 to addition you can do. Okay, fine. Anyway, so this is one good syntax. And then the next one is what I was. Yeah, now I am going to tell you how to make the total. Instead of append, here I will say collect. I will say into.
We'll go on adding that one.
So now what will happen? If the Veblen is same, it will add the network. In the loop, when the loop is processing, if the billing document number is same, it will add the price, but it will not add one more entry. I'll show you what will happen. First few entries you cannot see, 1, 2, 3, because price is 0, correct? And then fourth entry also only one time it will come. Don't go for it. Yeah, fifth entry you can see. Now see, this is the fifth entry of your internal table. Fifth entry or sixth entry. Sorry, this is the sixth one. It's already went up. So now the fifth record is already there. That means your price of the fifth one. That means 5,500 maybe. Network is 5,500. Somewhere network will be there. Yeah, 5,500. Correct. Fourth record, fifth record. Fourth record is different. Leave it. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. All these records are having same VBELN number. So now I'll go to the network. What is the first value? 8150. So now let us go to the debugging. Otherwise I'll note it down better. Okay, 8150-9440-9400-5848. So now, see, whether is there anything filled in iTab 1? iTab 1 is already filled with 3 records. First record is with 0, that is 763. Second record is 5173. Third record is 5178. 5178, it has filled up with the value 8150. That means this first record is already filled up. Now the loop is coming for the second time with the same WebLan. So now what should happen? What is the WebLan? This same thing. Network 9440. That means second record is coming up. So when the second record is coming up, when it say collect, observe that this will become third only. There won't be a fourth entry. This is third only. But if you go inside the table and see the network field, that network will be added up. 17590. That means
94 plus 81.
Yeah, 8150-9440. These two are added. And the sum is putting up here. Now when the loop comes for the next time, what is the network? 9400. So loop is coming for next time. Now if you observe here, network value 9440. So now I'll say collect, but this entry, it will not become 4, no new entry, the same entry, it will be summed up, network will be summed up. But collect will also give a poor performance. Now see network, yeah, this is the one, 26,990. So like that, it will make the sum and it will display. These are the sums. So see, you can make a note. Collect syntax will sum up the currency fields, based on the character fields. Yeah, it will also work for numeric, it will also work for integer. But the thing is, whatever you are summing up, that means the numbers should not be a character field. If it is a character field, you are putting some value in that, you try to add it up, it won't work. You are getting what I am saying? See here, if you go to the table, the network field is having the currency format. Instead of that, it is a character 15. It will not add. Even though digits are there, numbers are there in the character, it will not add. It will, if numeric is there, it will add. If integer is there, it will add. Based on character field, that means this based on billing document number, you are getting the sum. This billing document number should be a character. should be, must be a character. Then only collect will work. Okay. So now I want to get the total based on the material number. I don't want to get the total based on the billing document number. I want to get the total based on material number. What to do? So here what I will do, I will put the material number MAT NR. Okay. Now here I will say MAT NR. Now I'll put a breakpoint here. Tell me. Material is a character. I know, and that's why I'm saying. See, you can put in the table. No, it won't add. Both are numeric, it won't add character. Okay. Now the next thing. Now see, I'm executing this report. Now iTab has some material numbers. Correct? So now I'll show you the materials. So these are the material numbers. All these material numbers will come to your second internal table, or it need to be collected. Correct? But the thing is, whenever it sees the second record, it checks with the first record whether the material number is same or not. So what you need to do before doing the collect, you need to sort based on the material. Sort the internal table based on the material. If CK170 is repeating somewhere else down, you take the entries of all CK170 together. Take the entries of all CK730 together. Like that, sort the table based on the material number. Now how to sort? So here, yeah, the syntax is sort iTab by field name MAT NR. This is the syntax to sort an internal table by a field. So now it will give the totals by material. So once your sort statement triggers, then all your material numbers will sort. So now if you observe, see, all L-0, L-0F are coming together, M01s are coming together. Okay. So now I'll go F8. Now this will give the correct result. This is a material wise sum.
You want a grand total?
Grand total means then what you do? You fill a flag in some field, A for everything. But actually collect, don't do it. Grand total is not a case for collect. It's not a suitable case for collect. It will make the
Previous
subtotal.
is better.
Yeah. Yeah, ascending order. If you want to descend, add. By default, it will ascend. If you want to descend material, you can add the keyword. Now, one more thing. Now, leave about this collect statement. Now, the next one is, I want to get the number of records in an internal table. How to get it? Number of entries in an internal table.
How many entries are entered in the
See, after the select statement, some 10 records, maybe 20 records or 15 records will come into the internal table. I want to get the count, how many entries came, how to get. Using there is something count you want to use. Loop the internal table, count equal to count plus 1 every time. Finally you will get. But say for example your internal table, now we are taking very simple case, it is having some around some 100 entries and all. But if you go to the real time, sometimes what will happen, your internal table can have 2 lakhs or even 10 lakhs of entries. At the time, to know the count, looping the internal table does not make a sense. Okay, so it will take more time, and then finally you will get the count. So for that we have a syntax. The syntax is declare one variable first, count, type, you can take I, integer. So you can say describe table, I tab, whatever the internal table count you want, lines, count. So now what will happen? This internal table may be having some 10 records or 20 records. That number will come into the count. So I will execute this and show it to you.
That count we can write now.
Yeah, if you want the count to write, you can write. Now see, the internal table has how many records now? 23. Okay, after this statement, in the count, 23 will be filled up.
Yes.
And next one. One more requirement is that, like in internal table, I have different billing document numbers. Billing document numbers can repeat, but I don't want duplicates. I want to delete the duplicate. That means if billing document number is repeating thrice or twice, I want to delete those. How to do it? Yeah, so the syntax is delete adjacent duplicates from I tab comparing VBEL, comparing field name. This is the syntax. After this syntax, what will happen? Only one entry per WebLearn will be there in your internal table. The remaining duplicate WebLearns, repeating WebLearns if any is there, that will be deleted. Okay. So this is one more. So sort, today we have seen the sort internal table, describe internal table to get the count, and delete adjacent duplicates. Append lines of. Okay, try to remember all this. It's very important. And so we'll close for today with the control breaks. Tomorrow we are going to start with ALV, ABAP list viewer.
Sir, we have tried for interface.
Got it?
Got it.
Good.
But for interactive reports, it's not coming.
Interactive report, end of
Top
page.
of page is coming, sir.
Uh,
Top of page is coming,
uh,
but end of page will not.
okay, one moment. Then I'll stop recording now. Javed,